Have you ever wondered if there's, like, a blueprint for building a truly meaningful life? I don't just mean a successful one, but one that feels strong, purposeful, and really connected. Well, today we're going to explore some timeless principles for exactly that, drawing from a classic collection of Islamic teachings called the Riyad as-Salihin.
Okay, this right here is the perfect place to start. It's such a powerful metaphor, and it really frames our entire exploration. The idea is that a meaningful life, it isn't built in isolation. It's telling us that we're all like bricks in a larger structure, and we're actually responsible for strengthening each other.
So this is the big question we're going to be tackling. And what's so compelling is that these teachings don't just give us some abstract philosophy. They lay out a practical, almost step-by-step approach, starting right from the ground up.
I mean, think about it. Every strong structure has to have a solid foundation. You just can't build high on shaky ground, right? In this framework, that unshakable foundation is our faith, our core beliefs.
The famous Hadith of Gabriel breaks this foundation down into 3 interconnected layers. So first, you've got Islam. These are the outward actions, the things you physically do. But then, deeper than that is Iman, which is the inner conviction, what's really in your heart. And then the highest level is Ihsan, or excellence, which is all about the quality and the awareness behind every single one of those actions.
This quote, this really gets to the heart of what Ihsan is all about. It's not just a belief. It's this profound, constant state of awareness. Just imagine for a second, moving through your day with the absolute certainty that you are seen. How would that change what you do? That right there is the bedrock of this entire structure. Okay, so with that foundation of faith poured and set, we can start to put up the pillars. And in our building, these pillars are your character. They're the essential supports that are going to hold everything else up.
To really get this, let's look at a story. So picture this. You're walking down the street, and someone grabs you so violently they actually leave a mark on your neck. And then, they have the nerve to demand something from you. I mean, what would your gut reaction be?
But get this, the response wasn't anger. It wasn't retaliation. It was a simple turn, a smile, and an act of generosity. This one powerful action shows a character that's built not on just raw reaction, but on these solid pillars of forgiveness and gentleness.
And this wasn't just some one-off thing. After another incident where his fairness was questioned, the prophet actually reflected on the even greater hardships that the prophet Moses had faced. It was a reminder to himself and to everyone else that patience is a virtue we have to aspire to, especially when it's the hardest.
So these are the pillars that give a life its strength and integrity. We're talking about patience, gentleness, truthfulness, and humility. Without them, even the strongest foundation in the world can't support a meaningful life.
All right, so pillars just standing by themselves don't make a building, do they? They have to be connected to form a real structure. And this is where we shift from just individual character to building a strong, compassionate community.
What's really incredible here is just how broad this vision of society is. The teachings lay out a kind of social contract that extends to everyone and everything. It's not just about being nice to people. It's specifically about caring for orphans, being kind to your neighbors, honoring the elderly. It even includes ensuring the welfare of animals. It literally connects all of creation.
Let's see this compassion in action with another really powerful story. A poor mother has 2 hungry daughters, and she's given 3 dates. Okay, so she gives 1 to each child, leaving just the last one for herself. What happens next is what it's all about.
Without even hesitating, she splits her only date and gives it to them. Think about that. This small, almost invisible act of selfless compassion is so profound that it's elevated to the absolute highest spiritual reward. That's the mortar that holds the bricks of the community together.
So finally, every builder works from a blueprint, right? They know that the finished structure is going to be inspected, and this brings us to the ultimate purpose and the accountability for the life we've built.
These teachings frame this accountability around a kind of final review, an ultimate inspection, if you will. So what are the key criteria? What are the questions that each and every one of us will need to answer about the life we've constructed?
Now notice how holistic this is. It's not just about one single thing. We're going to be asked about our life. How did we spend our time? Our knowledge. What did we actually do with it? Our wealth, not just how we spent it, but how we earned it. And even our body, how did we use its energy?
But here's the real kicker. The final inspection goes even deeper than the visible structure. It examines the why.
You could build something that looks incredible. You could be seen as courageous or smart or generous. But if the hidden intention, the real reason was just to get praise from other people, the whole building can fail the inspection. Sincerity, that's the true key to the final blueprint.
But this final accounting isn't just about, avoiding negative marks. It's also about the positive, lasting legacy we can leave behind. And this beautiful teaching shows that even the simplest acts of goodness, like planting a tree, can become this source of continuous charity, benefiting creation long, long after we're gone.
And that leaves us with one final, powerful question. If you think of your life as this structure that you're building and a garden that you're cultivating, what will you plant today? What small seed of goodness can you sow that might just grow into something that strengthens and nourishes the whole world around you?